we have done the ore train as far as we can. We're waiting for 3 empties to come in. So now we'll start working on the mainline freight. This guy has to be blocked in order, so there will be a little bit of buckling around while we move cars and get them in the right order. So let's get at it. First thing we're looking for is conical tank car number 39.
So basically you're blocking these cars according to the town ordering.
That's right. The first 4 cars are going to Placerville, so we'll block them first. Not necessarily in order to the city, but in order to make switching a little easier. And we're just going to push the cars out down the main line here until we get the train built. And then we'll move it into the interchange track. So there's 39. Now we need DNRG boxcars 3222 and 3333. Jeez, look at that, they're blocked. What I try to do is I just push the car far enough to clear the fouling point. I don't run all the way into the yard. It saves a little time. Now we need RGS stock car 7410, and that's empty. Then we need Rio Grande boxcars 3298 and 3390, which are right behind the stock car. And flat cars 6055, 6088, and 6101, which are all right there. Gee, isn't that nice? It's nice blocking all these things in Montrose. Saves a lot of switching when you get here. Now we need loaded coal car 9216. DNRG stock car 5745 right there.
The other train is just in Junction right now. We still have to run people.
Okay, so we had 6503 in that block, so we were able to drop that off. Now all the remaining cars go to Rico. Well, that's just a matter of finding them and spotting them in the train, and our work is done. So there's two empty gondolas, 1610 and 1264.
So do you ever think about putting a buffer car in front of the tank car on the train, or?
We block the cars according to their destination.
Okay.
Anytime I've seen trains on the RGS, they didn't seem to worry about it. Good enough money, it's good for them, I'll take it.
There you go, so follow the prototype. Maybe they didn't know much about safety back in those days.
Yeah, probably. The rules back in 1940 are certainly different than the rules today.
So this locomotive you use for switching today, what kind of locomotive is it?
That's one of the 15 K27 class locomotives that the DNRG bought in 1903. If you'd seen them in 1903 and as you see it today, they're very different engines.
I guess they required modification and maintenance quite often.
Rebuilding and modernization, they came with slope-back tenders and non-superheated boilers and a rather poor layout in other areas. Okay, that takes care of that. We need these two stock cars. Two of them went to the RGS, the others stayed in service. Three were retired in the 1930s. They were the last ones that weren't superheated. The 450, 451, and 457 were dead by about 1932. And the 460 ran till about 1939, and they still had Stevenson valve gear and non-superheated boilers, so they were all put out to pasture.
So are there any that exist today?
There are two engines still running today, the 463 out of China, New Mexico, and the 464 out of Flint, Michigan on the Huckleberry Railroad. Two engines in very good condition, they're well maintained. gondolas loaded with coal.
Is there just one more train coming in or two more?
Okay, we're down to the last two cars for this train. We'll get them spotted. Then I'll move the whole train over to the RGS interchange. And then we're finished until the first of our trains come in. At that time we should get the rest of our missing cars, get the ore train ready. And then we'll be good to go. The day's work will be done. One of the things I like about modeling in 1940, you get a large number of these Rio Grande high-side guns, but you still have a bunch of cars in the 91-9200 series. It just makes different cars on the layout. You also get quite a number of GNRG cars in the 4000, 4100 block, but then you get all these neat cars on the RGS that came from the Colorado and Southern. You get 3 different classes of box cars, 3 different classes of stock cars, and the 1 class of gondolas, or sorry, refrigerators. That, and I also throw some cars on that I'm interested in. I have a couple of CNS Gons, which, yeah, they don't belong here. But remember, it's my railroad. Okay, so that's tomorrow's train to Rico. We'll steal the caboose off one of the inbounds, clean it and stick it back on, and it'll go out tomorrow. Now we're going to take the whole block of cars and just move them over a track.
Whose control is this? Well, before we call it quits, we're going to move the ore train off the DNRG main line and back into the yard until we get our empties. see an engine jumping around or a car, that's called live scenery. The rocks seem to move around on this layer. That or the mice are playing here, one or the other. Well, that's all the work we can do for now. So we're going to nip into the station, have a coffee, shoot the breeze with the station agent, and see what else is going on. Catch you later.